Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab. If you're new to my channel, I'm Yori. Welcome, I'm so happy to have you. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing for weekly videos on makeup and beauty. I do upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Time. To all my existing YouTube friends, thank you so much for joining me again. In this video, I have my November favorites. I don't think I have too many products this month, but all the same, I do enjoy making and watching monthly favorites videos, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, the first product that I wanted to mention is actually a combo, a complexion combo, but I'll start with the primer. This is the YSL Touche Clot Blur Primer. Now, I hauled this a long time ago and I've been using it and I liked it okay, but when I really started to love it was when I paired it with the Hourglass Vanish Foundation. These two together make such an amazing combination. I have dry skin and if I use this foundation on its own, it does blend out nicely, but it takes a little bit longer for me to blend it out because it sort of sticks a little bit to my dry patches, and I find that if I use this primer first, it creates a really nice smooth surface. I use about 2 pumps of the primer and it does have these shimmer particles, but they don't really translate onto your skin, and I will basically use 2 pumps. So here's 1 pump for reference. So I'll use 2 pumps on my skin, and when I blend it out, it just creates such a smooth surface. It fills in any of my fine lines, any pores I might have, and it just, I don't know, it makes somewhat of a slippery surface, and I find that if I put the foundation on over it, that it just applies a lot more smoothly and I'm able to blend it out so much more easily. So I've really been appreciating this primer a lot more this month. It is the complexion combination that I'm wearing today, so if you want to see it in action, this is what it looks like. So like I mentioned, I really enjoy pairing that primer with the Hourglass Vanish Foundation, and this one is in the shade Sand. And this is not a new product, but it's just a stick foundation. And already on top of that primer, I just feel a difference. Like, it doesn't tug, it just goes on so smoothly. I don't like blending this out with a beauty blender though. I really prefer to use it with the brush that was intended for this, which it looks like this. And if you can see here, it just moves the product around like so easily. Like, you can't even see it anymore. What I really enjoy about this foundation is that it gives me about the most full coverage of any foundation in my collection, but it's not drying and it doesn't really settle into my fine lines. It really melts into my skin, and I find that as the day goes on, it actually looks better than when initially applied. So that's something that I definitely enjoy about it. And so I've been using this foundation quite a bit this month. The next thing I wanted to mention is from Bite Beauty, and if you don't know, I recently did a 5 and 5 video where I rate 5 makeup products in 1 minute, so it's 5 and 5. I talked about different products from Bite Beauty, and the absolute standout product for me, this is a mini version, but this is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask, and essentially it's a lip balm mask, however you will. I treat it like a lip balm because I wear it all the time whenever I'm not wearing another lip product, and definitely when I go to bed. I like it because it lasts all night, and when I wake up, my lips are super soft and ready for the application of whatever lip product might be wearing that day. Even if it's a drying liquid lipstick, this is just amazing for that. This came in a little trio that was about $20 from Bite Beauty. That might still be available on Sephora. The other products were just okay. I was not a fan of the scrub, but this is awesome, and I am definitely going to repurchase a full size. The full size of it retails for $26. I'm really glad that I got to try it before committing to such a purchase, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It's so good. And it comes in 3 different varieties in the full size, but I just have the regular plain one. It smells very sweet, and it does have sort of a sweet flavor since it is made from agave, but this one doesn't sort of migrate into my mouth, and the sweetness doesn't really bother me, and just the effect of conditioning on my lips. I love this so much. I highly recommend. I don't think I ever want to be without this in my collection. The next thing I wanted to mention is kind of a boring product, and I didn't even realize it was a favorite until I ran out. This is the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I use the shade number 4. It's a double-ended pencil where you have a very fine eyebrow pencil and a spoolie on the other end. The spoolie is really nice, and the pencil is really nice. And it's funny, I don't know if I can swatch it. I don't know if I have anything left. Hardly nothing, but this is the shade that I use on my brows, and I didn't really realize that it was my favorite until I ran out of it. There's just something about this pencil that it's not that waxy, and so I can use very light strokes and the pigmentation still transfers to my face. Sometimes with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which I do enjoy, I feel I have to press a lot harder to get the pigment to transfer, but this one goes on so easily and I really enjoy this for every day. So I'm missing it in my collection right now. It's going to the empties bin, so you'll probably see it again in an empties video. Let me know if you do enjoy empties videos, because I don't know if that's anything that people watch anymore, but that's where this is headed, and also into my Sephora shopping cart. I wish I knew I was so low on this when the VIB sale was going on. The next product that I want to mention is a pricey one. And it is the Pat McGrath Liquid Lust Liquid Lipstick Set. I did a whole dedicated video to this where I did lip swatches of every single shade and a couple of combinations with the lip toppers. And I love this so much. It's still, this particular set is not in stock anymore, but she does have trios where she has the nude trio or the color blitz trio, I think she calls it, that are the brighter shades. Now, as I mentioned, I do have a complete dedicated video to this product, so I'm not gonna swatch every single shade, but these are my absolute favorite. This is Possessed from the nude set, and this one is Revelation Red, and this one is from the Color Blitz set. So I'll just swatch these two, but if you're interested in seeing them on the lips and any other information, then definitely check out that video. I'm so impressed with these. They feel so light when you wear them. They're so comfortable, but they are like transfer proof, and it feels like you're wearing absolutely nothing. It's so amazing. So there they are right there. This one is the Revelation Red, and this one is the shade Possessed. The dry down on these also is super fast, which I really love, and I just love how comfortable they are. I'm so into these. I've been so happy. This is a pricey product, and so I would have been really upset if I didn't like it, but another Pat McGrath product that I absolutely love. Last month I included her eyeshadow palette in my favorites, and this month I have to include these because they're amazing. I highly recommend them. She does sell like different configurations as well as some singles, so definitely check that out if you're interested, and they also have them on Sephora. So if you would like to sort of try it with the option to return it if you don't care for it, then purchasing from Sephora is a good idea. Alright, of course, it's not a personal beauty lab favorites video unless there is a brush included, and in this case, two brushes. The first one I'd like to mention is this one by Makeup Forever, and this is a huge brush. Look at this. This is the Makeup Forever 130 brush, and I use this to do my all over powder. Just for reference, here's a compact. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder, and you can see that this brush pretty much fills the entire compact. And I just like to go in and just pat it all over my face. It's really soft. My daughter actually, every time she walks by my makeup station, she will grab it and start dabbing at her face because it's really soft. It's really hard for me to call any brush soft because of the brush I'm going to show you next, but before using that brush, I thought this one was super soft, and it just applies powder really nicely. It picks it up really nicely too, and I just love it. I've been really enjoying this brush. My daughter liked it so much that my best friend got her one for Christmas too, so she has her own and she doesn't have to keep grabbing mine. It does take forever to dry when you wash it because it's got a lot of bristles, but you don't have to wash it that often since it is just for face powder. At least that's how I use it, and I don't have to wash it too often, and I really enjoy it. It gets the job done really quickly, and it feels good too. Alright, so the next product that I'd like to mention is by Wayne Goss, and this is his airbrush. So I'd like to both recommend and warn against this brush because this could be the brush that could ruin it for all other brushes for you. This is the softest thing I've ever felt. Now it is made of blue squirrel hair, and so if you don't like that, then obviously this wouldn't be for you. But if you do enjoy natural hair brushes, oh my goodness. This is incredible. I used it for the first time in my 5 first impressions in a throwback video, and one of you did tell me don't use it to set any kind of cream product, and I appreciate that because I love this brush so much. I definitely don't want to ruin it. And it's such a shame too because it's perfect to fit under the eyes and it just feels like a feather. It's so soft. So what I've been doing is setting my under eye concealer with my beauty blender. So I'll get some of my Born This Way powder or whatever powder I'm using that day and stamp it on, and I'll just let it sit there a little bit like a baking technique, and then I'll brush it off with this, and it feels so good. This is a limited edition release with the rose gold ferrule and the sort of off-white handle, but it is an existing brush to his line. I think it's a little cheaper if you don't get the limited edition one, but this one's so pretty. So unless you're looking to replace your entire brush collection with Wayne Goss brushes, then I don't recommend this because you'll definitely be tempted. It's such a beautiful, beautiful brush. I love it so much. All right, I have a couple more makeup products and then we'll move on to my lifestyle favorites, which I enjoy sharing with you. The first makeup product is going to be this one, which is by Wet n Wild, and this is the Ultimate Brow Highlighter Pencil. I tried this in the same video that I tried the Wayne Goss brush, and the way I used it was the way Emily Noel uses it. She uses it to highlight the inner rim of her eye, so she uses it as an eyeliner, but it's really like a brow highlighter pencil. I haven't tried it as a brow highlighter pencil, but I do enjoy it in my waterline. It's a little different than my Rimmel pencil, so here's my Rimmel. You can barely see a swatch of it, but it's right here. And that's what I usually use to brighten my waterline. But if you compare it to the Wet n Wild one, the Wet n Wild one is definitely brighter. I do think that the Rimmel one lasts a little bit longer on the waterline, I guess because it's intended to go there, so it has a little bit more of a lasting power, but I do love the brightening effect of this one, and if I don't have to wear my makeup for too long, then this is gonna be my go-to for brightening the inner rim, and I really enjoy it that way. Maybe I'll try it for my brows, but I think this might be a little bit too light for me, and I prefer my Sephora Collection brow definer for that. And yeah, I've really been enjoying this. I'm really impressed. Like, thank you, Emily Noel, for the recommendation. This is a good one. All right, the next product that I have to share are some false lashes, and these are from Violet Voss. I actually purchased these a while back and I hauled them in my Beauty Bay and Zoeva haul video. Anytime that you have seen me wear false lashes this month, I've been wearing these. These are the Violet Voss Premium Lashes in the Wisp It Real Good style. And I love these so much. They look a lot like the Studio 35 blogger favorite false lashes that are exclusive to Walmart, and they're really hard to find because they don't sell them online. What I like about these is that I didn't have to cut them. I'm able to wear them with or without liner. They just fit my eye shape so well, and they sit so nicely on my natural lashes that they just blend. So I'm so surprised. I think some of you commented that my eye look was a little bit different, and it's these. I swear it's these lashes. I'm like on a mission to find more Violet Voss lashes. I bought these from Beauty Bay. I think that they still have them on the Violet Voss website, and they might have them on Ricky's NYC. Anywhere I find them, I will link them in the description box. But this style, wow. I'm not really a falsies lover because it's been such a pain to put them on, and at one point I even had eyelash extensions, but these are so easy to, I guess they're just molded perfectly to my eye. And these are the ones with a clear lash band. I've been loving these so much, and this wasn't even like the main intention of my haul at Beauty Bay, but I just wanted to try it and love these so much. I should mention another reason why I like them is because I have hooded eyes, and I find that they sit more outward and then they curve up. They don't just sit upward, because then they would just hide my entire eye makeup look, but they go out and then up. I don't know, it's just nice. They're so nice. It's funny, on the website it says they're only good for 5 uses. I've already worn them about that many times, but I'm babying them so much because I want them to last me a little bit longer, at least until I find a replacement pair. The last makeup product that I have to share is from Colourpop, and this is one of these Supernova shadows. I wore this in my Thanksgiving makeup look tutorial, and you guys were so sweet with regard to how the makeup look turned out, and honestly, it's this. I wore the Makeup Forever eyeshadow palette, which is really nice. I enjoyed it, blended really nicely, but this was sort of the showstopper in the look, and I really like the applicator. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay concealer applicator. Here's a swatch of that one. This one is in the shade Moonlit. These are different than the Stila Glitter and Glow. Now they do have a little bit of glitter, and I notice it when I remove my eye makeup. There's like a little bit of glitter, but it's nothing like the Stila glitters. So I think the Stila glitters are going to give you a bolder look, but I find these to be so easy to work with. Even on my hooded eyes, they didn't transfer upwards once the color set. I was able to blend it out, so I applied it directly with the applicator, and then I used a synthetic brush. I used the MAC 249 to sort of smooth in the crease to make it just a smoother and more seamless transition, and it definitely remained wet long enough for me to do that, but when it's set, and it lasted all day. It did not go anywhere. I was also wearing this in my products I regret buying video, and again, you guys really like the eye look. It has nothing to do with me, it's this. It was this product, and I really recommend it, and this is only $7. I've been super impressed with Colourpop. It took me a while to try them because it's more of a social media brand where if you're not watching YouTube videos or on Instagram, you never really hear of it. But wow, these are amazing. Their lippy sticks are amazing. Their concealer is great. I'm working on a 5 in 5 video featuring Colourpop like you all requested, and this was just one of the first items I tried, and oh man, this is good. Yeah, definitely good. It's like it's already set. See, and I can go like this and it doesn't transfer and it doesn't lose the metallic finish. These are so awesome. I think they come in 5 different shades, but this is my favorite at the moment, and it's in the shade Moonlit. Right, so now I have my lifestyle favorites to share, and the first one was a gift from my best friend. She lives in Seattle, and she was here for Thanksgiving, and we exchanged Christmas gifts because I'm not sure if she'll be able to visit during the holiday, and this was one of the things that she gave me. It's a t-shirt with Snape on it. It says obviously. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I really like this one because he's got his little potions. He was, of course, the Hogwarts potions master, but they look like chemical glassware, and of course, I love that. And I just love Snape. I have to say I was one of those that believed in him from the very beginning. Always knew he was good. I always knew he was special. I don't know, I love what he stands for. He had one love his whole life, took care of her son. He stayed true to his promises no matter how difficult they may have been. And I realize I'm talking about a fictional character, but I don't care. I love him so much. I have one picture in my bedroom and it's of Snape. My daughter gave me that. She bought it at like an anime convention. And yeah, I love Snape, so I love this shirt. She said she got it at a Funko store in Seattle. I don't think we have one of those in Chicago, but if I find the shirt online, it's just by Pop Tees. I will link it in the description box down below because I think any Snape fan would absolutely love this. My last favorite, I absolutely owe to my daughter, and here it is. Look at this. I can't even believe I'm holding this in my hand. So last year, there was like a lot of hype around the original Nintendo, and they released like just a select amount, like really small amount, which is crazy because why wouldn't everybody want that? This year they released the Super Nintendo, and my daughter found out when Toys R Us was going to restock, and she got up and she was in line from 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't tell her to do this, by the way, but she was in line from 5 o'clock in the morning until the store opened at 8 a.m. and she was able to purchase one of them. I think that this holiday season, this is going to be like a really in high demand item, and it's just so cute. It comes with like all these preloaded games from early 90s maybe. 3 hours in the Chicago cold outside of Toys R Us, but she likes it too, so this is definitely something that we are both going to enjoy, and it is definitely a favorite. I don't know if I can link this down below, but I know that there are video gaming communities, like there are beauty communities that follow when these things are going to be restocked and released and things like that. So if you're interested, look into it. This is just so much fun. I'm like a kid all over again. I really, really love this. Definitely a November favorite. All right, that's it for my November favorites. I hope you had a very happy month of November, a very good Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and December brings you lots of good things. I know that a lot of us have a lot of holidays that we celebrate in December, and I hope that they're just wonderful alongside your families. And yeah, I just hope December is really, really good. My next favorites video, I guess, will be my yearly favorites. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you have been loving this month, as I always love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today and spending a few minutes of your day. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon on my next one. Bye-bye.